Hey folks, Dad here with Elevation Diecast Racing. By the time you see this, it will be early Tuesday morning for some of you. But it is Monday night at Mile High Raceway. And we're going to run us a Johnny Lightning Grudge Match Exhibition session. Where 16 vehicles from the Johnny Lightning Challenge have agreed to get on the grid again and race it out. And we're going to see some unlikely matchups that you normally wouldn't be able to see otherwise while they are here at Mile High. So, buckle up. This one's for fun. And at the end of this session, we're also going to run a few extra bonus races that folks were kind enough to send in with their entries. We're going to get some times and weights and kind of see what kind of speed comes out of some of these vehicles that folks were kind enough to send. So without any further ado, let's get into some more Johnny Lightning action. All right, so first up, all the way from Finland in lane number 2, Northern Roads Racing in his Black with Flames Camaro. And then from Michigan, Bobby D's Lakeside Raceway, driving in the Crusher Black with Flames Camaro. Let's kick it off. Grudge match number 1. Woo! Man, the Crusher came back on him on the back end. 2070 and a 19,000 speed. Wow. Let's see if the Northern Roads Camaro can come back on him. No. 2065 though by the Crusher will move him on. Next up in lane number 1 will be the 70 Corvette, driven by Diecast Show Customs. And in lane number 2 will be the Black with Flames Camaro, driven by the Scale Racing Channel. Wow, Black with Flames Camaro, 2055. Uh-oh. That is a new track record. Can you even believe it? Johnny Lightning. Wow. And stock track record. Oh boy. Interesting things developing here tonight at the Johnny Lightning Grudge Match session. Corvette needs to rip off a hero run and a half. And that's not going to happen. Black with Flames moving on to the next round. Next up is another couple of Camaros. First in lane number 1 is the 67 Camaro, driven by Aramis Rodriguez. Then he's going to be taking on the Black with Flames, driven by Mr. BFG. Let's see it. Wow, Mr. BFG with a 2067. What a run. Let's switch lanes. Wow, 2076 to an 87. 2087 is not a bad time, just not enough to move on to the next round. All right, next up we have the Chi-Town Hustler in lane number 1, driven by Craigster Sr. of Hot Nuts Diecast, driven. And in lane number 2, we have the 442, driven by Knobby Ridge Dragway, driven by Victor Fastlane. Wow, 2091 and a 10,000 speed. 442 taking it to the funny car. Let's see if the funny car can come back. No, 2095 moves Victor Fastlane to the next round. All right, next up we have the second place winner of the Johnny Lightning Challenge, the Chase Family Racing, in his Black with Flames Camaro, taking on the 1967 Ford Shelby Mustang, driven by Northern Roads Racing. Good race. 2081 to 71, a 10,000 speed. Woo, 2060. There is the Black with Flames Camaro for you. Moving to the next round. All right, next up we have the Badman 55 Chevy, driven by Craigster Sr., taking on the El Camino, driven by Aramis Rodriguez. Good race. 2107 and a 1,000 speed will be needed by the Badman if he wants to advance. Good race. 2091 to 92 puts the Badman away, and Aramis moving to the next round. All right, next up is the Battle of the Rams. We have the Dodge Ram 1500 in red, driven by Diecast Show Customs. And then we have the Incredible Hulk version of the Dodge Ram 1500, driven by the Chase Family Racing. Wow, look at the red go, 2:06.9. What on earth? And after seeing that time, I turned over that Incredible Hulk truck, and his axles were way off centered, so we're going to run this race again. Much better. 7.2 to 8.4. We'll swap lanes. 2:07.2 and greater than 12,000 speed if the Incredible Hulk wants to move on. What a race. And the Dodge Ram moving on in red. And in the last race of the first opening round, here is the Coca-Cola Studebaker driven by Scale Racing Channel taking on the Dega. The Talladega GT driven by Bobby D's Lakeside Raceway. And the Studebaker taking care of business. 2:07.4 to 8.6. 2:07.4 and a greater than 12,000 speed needed by Bobby D if he's going to make it to the next round. A little closer this time, but not quite, and the Studebaker's moving on. Okay, here's a look at the next round, and I'm starting to see that same familiar pattern. Pretty remarkable. These Black with Flames Camaro, their reputation definitely precedes them. All right, it is the Crusher in lane number 1. Bobby D taking on the Black with Flames from Scale Racing in lane number 2. Whew, good race. 59 to 64. 2:05.9 and a greater than 5,000 speed needed by Bobby D if he's moving on. Not happening. Scale Racing moving on to the next round. But that was definitely a great race for the ages. Next up will be the Mr. BFG Black with Flames Camaro taking on Victor Fastlane and his 442. 442 got the whole shot, but that Black with Flames come right back on him. 2:07.9 and a greater than 16,000 speed needed. Victor Fastlane getting the whole shot again, but not enough in the tank to take out the Black with Flames by Mr. BFG, moving on to the next round. All right, next up, the Chase Family Racing and their Black with Flames Camaro taking on the El Camino, driven by Aramis Rodriguez. Woo, Black with Flames out on him. And he kept up a little better that time, but a 2:06.2 moves the Chase family on to the next round. Okay, so the Red Ram taking on the Coca-Cola Studebakers, the battle of the pickup trucks. Scale Racing in the Studi, and Diecast Show Customs in the Red Ram. Red Ram gets out on him. Wow, 2:07.3 to 7.7. We'll switch lanes. 2:07.3 and a greater than 4,000 feet needed by the Studebaker. Comes back on him, but not enough, and it's a 2:07.1 moving the Red Ram on. Okay, so we have a couple of Black with Flames Camaros in the first half. A Black with Flames Camaro taking on a Dodge Ram. This ought to be good. All right, this is a race to go to the final race. Scale Racing in lane 1 and Mr. BFG in lane number 2. Good race. 2:06.0 to 6.4. 2:05.7 to 6.7. Moves Scale Racing to the final race. And it's the Chase Family Racing Black with Flames taking on Xavier's Red Dodge Ram. Dodge Ram got out on him, but the Black with Flames chased him down. 2:06.4 and a greater than 8,000 speed needed by that Dodge Ram. That's a tall order. He got out on him again, but the Black with Flames again chasing him down. That Ram gets the whole shot, but the Black with Flames moving on to the final round to face SRC in the final. But first, we're going to see who takes it for third spot on the podium for tonight's Grudge session in the Johnny Lightning. It's going to be the Dodge Ram or the Black with Flames Camaro, driven by Mr. BFG. Dodge truck gets out on him, but the Camaro hunting him down again. 6.9 to 7.3. 2:06.9 and a greater than 4,000 speed will be needed by that truck. And the Black with Flames, too much for him. 2069 takes him to the third place spot on the podium. All right, it's the Chase Family Racing and Scale Racing channel duking it out. First car to win 3 races will be your Grudge match session winner. SRC starting in lane 1. What a race. 2059 to 61. Chase Family on the outside lane. Ooh, 59 to 60. Scale Racing up 2 races now. All right, here we go. Can Chase Family force another race? He does with a 2056. Wow. 2056. Just put down by the Chase Family Racing now on the outside lane. Oh, but it is Scale Racing putting the final numbers up. 2056, which will put him in the winner's circle. Tonight's Grudge match winner, Scale Racing channel, and his Black with Flames Camaro, taking number 2 spot on the podium. Just like in the Johnny Lightning Challenge, is the Chase Family Racing, and taking number 3 tonight, Mr. BFG in his Black with Flames Camaro. And very notable to be hanging with these Black with Flames Camaro is Diecast Show Customs in his Dodge Ram pickup. Very, very fast. Very excellent vehicles here running in this race. Congratulations, gentlemen, and thank you for participating in the extracurricular activity from the Johnny Lightning Challenge. And a big thanks to everybody else who agreed to participate in this Grudge match session. Very fast cars, very fast indeed. So you might have noticed this truck did run a 2039 in the previous run. We're going to run them again. This is from Diecast Show Customs. 115 gram truck by Real Toy. And I'm going to try and get that time to repeat here so we have it on video. And there it is. 2039 indeed is the new track record for a modified vehicle. Wow. Pretty incredible times. Definitely a heavier than normal, but nevertheless, 2038 now, the new track record. So, I have some work to do. 204 wasn't fast enough for me. Now it's at 2038. So congratulations, Xavier. You now hold the record for a modified vehicle at Mile High Raceway. Take nothing away from Blue Line. You know he's still fast. Setting unprecedented times in the Johnny Lightning Challenge with his Grape Ape 2056, which also in turn was the record for a short time. 2055 at the beginning of this race. And there it is. It is recorded. Black with Flames Camaro putting down a 2055. I have some work to do on my own track. Scale Racing Channel, now the record holder for stock and for the Johnny Lightning. And Diecast Show Customs putting it down for the mod. In the Real Toy 2038. We'll see how long these records last, because I am hard at work. Which will take us up to some bonus racing. I'm going to show you a couple of cars from Aramis Rodriguez. He sent in a Pontiac GTO in gold from Johnny Lightning. He is a real rider. Also, this Crown Vic real rider patrol car. We're going to run them a couple times down the lane. Woo, yeah. Not bad. You know, for a Johnny Lightning, rubber tire. You know, usually these don't run real well, but I am very surprised. I'm going to be working with this one to see if I can get him into the Real Rider ranks, because that's not far off. Very cool. Thank you, Aramis. We really appreciate these cars. We'll run them again. I always wondered what these two buttons were at the bottom. If anybody knows, let me know. We're going to see if we can get this Pontiac to run a little faster, because that thing is sharp. Look at him go. Look at him go. Very sharp. Very, very sharp. We'll set him there, and we'll set him here. All right, next up, a couple of cars that came from Craigster Sr. over at Hot Nuts Diecast. This is a Walgreens exclusive Dodge Challenger. I went ahead and dusted them up. Really appreciate these cars. Look at that, 213. Not bad. Not bad for a narrow wheelbase. This is going to hold a special place in my Mopar collection. I have been collecting Mopar for a while. Look at him go. We might be able to get some more speed out of him yet. But thank you, sir, very much. We're going to put him up here. These are among my favorites. Some from Isaiah's race team. Fastest Mopar I have right now is this one, as far as Hot Wheels is concerned. Then he sent me a White Lightning Eldorado. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. I felt like he needed to come out and race due to the creasing in the car. I just figured he better hit the track and see what he can do. So this one's going to be featured on Friday Night Lightning, but we're going to give him a run. I've been working with him. Ooh, 2107, not bad. So very, very kind folks to send stuff in along with their entries. I really, really appreciate it. I love this car. I don't have too many White Lightnings, especially ones that you can race. We'll be working with him more in the weeks and months to come. As you can see, we got a lot of Johnnies to roll. Some of them have made it out from the parking lot, and oh boy, all I can say is stay tuned for Friday Night Lightning. And then Mr. Dennis Taylor, aka Mr. BFG, sent in this Cougar and NASCAR. The Cougar, I think, is a modern classic. I'm not sure. But the rear wheel, one of the rear wheels were seized up when I got it. We have freed him, worked on him, and got him into the shop. And, well, let's just see how he rolls. Look at him go. 2079. Whoo, that is one fast NASCAR. Thank you, Dennis, for sending these. I really do appreciate it. I didn't have that car. I don't have this car. I didn't have any of these cars, to be honest with you, that I ran down the track, with the exception of that Crown Victoria. I did have one of those, but really, really appreciate racing. Look at that, 2083. He's definitely going to be shaking up the ranks. And Dennis also sent in this Peugeot. I believe this is a Peugeot 205. I have been looking for this car for a while and have not been able to find one, and I really, really, really was stoked to see this in a box. I was ecstatic. Let's see how he rolls, because he's been through the speed shop, and oh boy, look at that time. I can tell you without a doubt, both of these cars are going to be making it into the weight ranks. Wow, 2061. That is, wow. not only am I adding to the Johnny Lightning ranks, I want to be redoing my weight ranking system in the very near future. Also, very grateful to see the extras that come along with racing. So the jackhammer and the carbonator came from those Cash Money boys in Texas. Thank you, folks, for sending these along. Jackhammer getting it. Might be working with him a little more to get some speed out of him. I still have not found an elite one or a weight contender, but man, it sure is fun to crack them open and see what they can do. Cash Money boys, thank you very much for sending these along. These go in my parking lot here, and I believe Mr. Brandon from Scale Racing sent along a few Johnnies, and I know one I think I've already got in the ranks. I'm pretty sure. Let's see. Pretty sure it was one of those trucks. And the Cameo. So there is one of these running around my town. I think in the same colorway. Very, very rare truck is the Chevy Cameo. And I was very surprised to see a Cameo in the El Boxio. They've both been through the speed shop. Another Ford. Ooh, yeah, we'll see these in the weight ranks in the Johnny Lightning class. That Cameo, man, what a sharp ride. Thank you, Brandon. I really do appreciate Johnny Lightning, as you know, has become my favorite diecast to race. 2087 and a sub 210. And we did show this in a shorts video from Northern Roads Racing, the A-Team. Now he's running a 2073. And I did receive another gift in one of the entries, which you know who you are, but you're going to remain nameless for reasons I cannot disclose. But all I can say is I was super ecstatic. It has to do with the race coming up, and that's all I'm going to say about that. I don't know about you, but I want to win. I got my first win at Knobby Ridge. Actually, Isaiah got his first win at Knobby Ridge, beating me in the finals in the Outlaw tournament. So I want to win again. And I have every intention, as I think we all do, on winning at Scale Racing in December. I have a lot of racing to do. We have plenty of lunchtime lap material. Lots to race. Lots to take apart and build. Lots of Johnny Lightning. Lots of case rankings. I still have a slew of Ferraris to run and a pedal to the metal. Pick your pack. Coming up soon, very soon, will be a Decide Your Ride. I'll give you a quick glimpse at some Decide Your Ride cars. Pedal to the metal. They will be metal only, metal only, metal only. And from all of us here at Elevation Diecast Racing, thank you once again for racing at Mile High and trusting me with your vehicles. A lot of them made them out today in the mail. Some more will be going out this week. And we'll see you very soon. From all of us here at Elevation Diecast Racing, if your car isn't fast, at least it'll look good on the shelf. See ya.